Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Miguel from the Children's Bread Deliverance Ministry Church here in Maryland. Today, I want to tell you a story about one of the first cases that I ever dealt with. Somebody that was actually having sex with a demon. Okay, so I was called to the home. I got a phone call by this man who called me on the phone, and he said that they were having problems in his home. So of course, I start asking questions. What's going on? Tell me what's happening. He tells me that him and his wife are being oppressed by this demon in their home. There's banging on the doors, there's footsteps, there's waking up in the middle of the night, there's doors opening up and down, opening, close, and closing. And of course, I told them, well, did you get anybody before me to come into the home and see what's happening? And they said, yeah, we called the Exorcist of Washington, D.C. He came in here with an assistant, and the assistant ran out of here, and they haven't been back because the chair he was sitting on burst on fire. And so they ran out of the house, according to this man. So, I actually got to speak with the main exorcist of Washington, D.C. I'm talking about the Roman Catholic Church. And we talked about it a little while, but the reason why I called him was because I went to the home, and the first thing I saw in the home was that they had some Benedict medals over the home, outside the home. And so, the house really didn't seem like there was anything wrong with the house. But I walk in the home, and the first thing I do is interview the people. So I sit down on a table, I speak to the husband, and he tells me, well, the first manifestations of demons were a few months ago. I began to have sex with this thing that I thought was God. And I said to him, what do you mean? And he said, yes, I'm having physical sex with this thing that appears and I thought was God. And he said, it's gotten to the point that I hide in my room to have sex with this thing. And I said, let me ask you a question. Why would you think that this thing was God? He said, I don't know. It felt like it was God. So I said, do you think God would have sex with a human? And, it made me realize that people who are demonized are sometimes blind to reality. The fact is that this man actually believed that this was God having sex with him. The devil had blinded him to the point that he believed that he was having either sex with God or with an angel or something. So, I had to explain to him exactly what was going on, and then his eyes were open. He realized that he was having sex with a demon. Now, sex with a demon is a problem because you create a bond with the demon. It's just like a husband and a wife having sexual relationships and, to become one. So this man, for months and months and months, he created a strong bond with this demon. Okay? And so we had to deal with that. But I walked around the home, and one of the things that I do is I look around for anything that might be demonic in nature. So they had salt over the floor. They had placed salt on the floor. They had one of the most interesting thing is as we walked around the home, I like to look at the people who are walking around the home, see if there's a reaction. The wife looked at the husband with so much hate. You could see it. It was just like little glimpses of hate. That you could see in her face, and she would just look at him and glance at him with hate. And so I realized that she had some kind of demon that hated her husband. So we went around the home, and I realized that there was tons of pictures. The garage was full of pictures, and the house was full of pictures of men worshiping women. And they were all on their knees, bowing before her like idolatry. And they were bowing before this woman. And every room seemed to have one. So I immediately knew who I was dealing with. So, I went ahead and I dealt with the demon of the wife, which of course was the spirit of Jezebel. The spirit of Jezebel had entered the home and had taken over both the husband and the wife. And there was an incubus and succubus spirit that had become the sexual spouse of the husband. And that turned out to be Lilith. And Lilith was having sexual relationship. Lilith is just acts like the Jezebel spirit, but has a lot of anger and likes to emasculate men, just like Jezebel. And it's a very strong spirit that this man was having sexual relationship with. So we did the deliverance. We cast the demon of Jezebel off the wife. She was totally delivered, and then we went ahead and dealt with the spirit of the husband, which was kind of harder to do because he had bonded deeply with the spirit. And this is to caution you. If you're having visitations from an incubus and succubus spirit, a spirit that has sex with you at night, or even during the day, you have to be very careful. You're creating a bond with that spirit. We had cases where we prayed for people, and the spirit, before they leave, they have sex with the person as they leave, and it's something that it just happens. And these are cases where very strong spirits that are husbands or spiritual wives manifest, and they manifest by having sex with a person, and it's awful for the person because they're suffering. They want it to get out, and we get it out, right? But not before they do their thing. And so it's important. This is not all cases, but it does happen. When you create strong bonds with the spiritual husbands and wives, it's very hard to get rid of them. Certain things have to be done, like breaking the marriage contract, renouncing the union, right? And even asking for the pieces to be returned back to you that have been taken from you, because two become one. So, these are processes that have to take place in order to deliver someone. And in fact, it is a very strong bond between the spirit and the person. And they often don't want to leave. They don't want to leave, and they say, she belongs to me, or he belongs to me. And you have to say, no, they belong to Jesus Christ. And so, the bond of a spirit husband, spirit wife has to be broken, right? So as soon as we were able to get the spirit of Jezebel out of the wife, and I don't even know if the spirit was having sex with the wife as well. We don't know that because she never said that. However, it was clear that this man was having physical sex with this thing that was manifesting and having physical sex with him. So, these things are not only do not only happen when you're sleeping, they also could happen physically. So please be aware of these things. Do not be deceived. These are not angels. They're fallen angels. They're demons. But these are not, God's not going to have sex with you, right? And the only ones who want to have sex with you, as we know in Genesis 6, are these demons, these fallen angels that want to have sex with people. Okay, so I hope my story was, a good representation of what could happen to you if you, decide to have sex with these demons, okay? Which I recommend you don't do. They're satanic. They want to destroy you. They want to kill you. They want to steal from you. They'll leave you with nothing. They'll kill you, okay? So please be very careful with these things. God bless you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.